Welcome back, trainers. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. We're going to be taking a look at Shadow Staraptor with its Community Day move Gust in the Open Ultra League here. So we are going to be going with the OG Ikazi. This is the Staraptor that I was using before. I did use an Elite TM because I've got like nearly 30 of them. I could power another one up that I did get Shadow, which I do have them on stock and inventory ready to go, you already know. But I just decided, this thing has proven its worth. We're going to go ahead and just give it an Elite TM. Anyways, we got a treat for you today, folks. In the addition of taking a look at Staraptor, we also have Shadow Machamp as well as rotation for that third Pokemon. But for this first team, we got Machamp, Staraptor, and Snorlax. And we're going to see nothing but Obstagoon leads because this is a rigged Go Battle League, okay? I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to further show you, look, you're not going crazy. And I know we've been over this 1,000 times, right? But again, I'm not going to come at it as an approach of, oh, I hate it. Oh, no. I'm just like, take a look. Well, we're going to take some wins. We're going to take some losses. I'm going to show a lot more losses than usual because I got to prove my point. Another Obstagoon, okay? Okay. And it's because we got all the fighting in the back, so it's bringing up the Pokemon that's weak to fighting in the front. Now, we've discussed the double-edged sword about this algorithm. It is here to go against you as well as help you too, potentially. Now, it can potentially also bring out a Pokemon in the front that is going to be resisting what you got in the back. So, a Poison or a Fairy or Flying or something that hints the Zapdos is right here, right? Do you see that? Come on. So, yeah, it's going to go ahead and bring in the Machamp, and I back out at this point. So again, I'm just trying to make my point here. I'm not going to be able to win a lot of these. Another Obstagoon. These are back to back to back to back to back. And then I'm not going to be putting in all of them. And then you're going to see what happens when I swap out the lead. I'm like, okay, we got all these Obstagoons, so let's put something in the front. Let's see what happens here when I put a fighting in the front. You'll see. Oh, as far as Staraptor is concerned, though, we're going to get into it. We got like a 30-minute video here minus the credits. So we're looking at like 25, 27 minutes. It did well. I mean, I'm happy with it. It did okay. It was very hard to use when it did have its wing attack move. But with Gust, it's got a little bit more play. I'm already used to its squishiness. It could take a hit here. So we're looking good. Don't worry, we're going to get into more Staraptor coverage. And there's other things you'll see. Just make sure you got notifications on here. And let's go ahead and see what we'll be seeing for the next lead. But we're still in this battle here up against a Poliwrath. Oh, okie dokie. Alright, so we're going to take a Dynamic Punch. Snorlax said, oh, okay, let's keep it going here. So we're going to go for that Body Slam. And if you haven't, folks, make sure you hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. Able to lick down that Poliwrath. That's pretty big here. And we got that Venusaur going for the Body Slam. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be able to farm me up. But my switch clock ended right on time, and we still have a shield left. But what I do is I don't shield this up because I thought they had... I could have won this. What am I doing? Oh, okay, I don't know. All right, moving on to our next battle. Let's scrap. Okay, now that's not necessarily an Obstagoon, but you see what the pattern is here, right? Okay, exactly. We know what's going on. So we swap into Staraptor, and they're bringing in a Stunfisk. Now, you let that first Rock Slide go. Now, Staraptor is just so damn squishy. It's so unfortunate. But here's the thing. You let that first one go, and then you shield up the next one. You hit the close combat. You're either going to, get both shields or take them out or whatever the case is, or win the swap. If they want a double shield, that's perfectly fine. It's, okay, you want to use both of those shields and then farm us down with one quick move? That sounds good. So we do have Snorlax Super Power. Machamp is going to be our option that we're going to go in here with. Now we need to call Earthquake or Rock Slide. Call the Earthquake. Now we're shieldless, so we should be able to farm down. Oh, okay, beautiful. Just in the nick of time. They almost made it to a Rock Slide, which wouldn't have been super effective damage, but it's just damage we don't want to take. So they got a Galvantula here. We're going to go for that Rock Slide, super effective, then swap into our Snorlax and farm them down with Lick. We're really putting up a fight here. Got that Scrafty in the back. So what I figure they're going to do is just keep going with the Power Up Punch, build up their attack high enough, and then maybe hit us with a Foul Play, which is not very effective to the Machamp. But at that point, they probably can just Power Punch us. Oh, we made it to the Body Slam. All right, so I don't think they don't have enough. Nah, but it was a good fight. It was a good fight. It was a good fight. Good fight. And I'm just showing you what is going on with these crazy nonsense leads. Next one. Oh, an Obstagoon. What do you know? See? Try. Okay, look. Somebody left a comment, and I can't really remember phrase it word by word, but it was something along the lines of, you cannot convince the people that are saying there is no algorithm that there is an algorithm. They know it is real. They're just going against the grain intentionally. That's as simple as that. And for the ones who genuinely think that there is no algorithm, well, just don't even waste your time. I mean, why would you talk? I was going to say, why would you talk to a tree? But that's actually, you can actually talk to trees, and they actually, in plants and stuff. So let's say a concrete wall. It's like talking to a concrete wall and trying to give it instructions and what to do. It's like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? You're not going to, nothing's going to happen. You're talking to a concrete wall, my friends. So anyway, there is that. It's something like those lines. Basically, yeah, you already know what it is. We made them say that there is none. That's pretty incredible, and there's clearly one here in front of our faces. Next one, we got an Obstagoon. What do you know? Folks, this is why I'm on it, okay? All right, so at this point, while I was recording with all of these Obstagoon, like, this is literally all back to back. I'm going to consider the Scrafty an Obstagoon too, essentially because of the typing and what's going on here. I was not even upset. I was just like, holy crap. I already knew what would happen as soon as I swapped the lead. I already know. And everything, well, if you know how to manipulate the algorithm like this, why don't you manipulate the front? You can't. It's all a big mind game, okay? You can to some degree if you go like ABB. And something crazy, if you haven't noticed, we haven't seen any fairy. Isn't that something here? Anyways, we're going to go ahead and bring in our Obstagoon. They got a Trevenant in the back, which is aligning perfectly with the Pokemon move types that I do have. So we're going to go ahead and go Rock Slide. I could really use Payback right about now. We do have a fully healthy Snorlax in the back, so what we do is just let this go. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and just throw this Cross Chop, because why not do a little bit of extra damage so we can lick them down that much easier, and then go for the superpower on their Obstagoon that we were given for the 7th, 8th, 10th time. This is freaking crazy, folks. Like I said, I'm not even showing you all of the battles because some of them were just straight back out. Like, okay. So we're going to go for the superpower here and take the win up against this Obstagoon. Now, let's see if we swap. Yep, okay. So watch what happens. Okay, so we put the Machamp in the middle. Nothing but Obstagoon and a Scrafty. Let's see what we get now. A Nidoqueen, because it resists the fighting. Folks, it's all there. I feel like after I really kind of exposed how it works with the Pokemon in the back and the move type and the type of the Pokemon, apparently it's not the type of the Pokemon, I feel like they moved it up to the middle, or it's like randomized. It could be middle, or it could be the back Pokemon counter. But nonetheless, what we're doing is detective work here. So quite interesting all of a sudden. Hey, it's not the worst matchup or anything, but it's just kind of funny. Anyways, Staraptor, let's go ahead and see what we can do here. We are up a shield, so this is going to do a lot. Everything's going to be doing a lot to this thing. I think I let it go though, yeah. So now we're going to be taking that much more damage, and we're down a shield, swapping to kind of preserve that, to make sure we don't take any more damage. They're bringing in a Trevenant here, but I can see how this plays out. I do believe we saw a Wall Rain, which we're not going to be able to actually KO it with the close combat on the Staraptor unless it is Shadow. So let's see what happens here. Shielding this up for whatever reason. Yeah, we're not winning this. Yeah, I back out here. Okay, so let's go ahead and swap. Let's put Machamp in the front, folks. Let's see. We just got that interesting lead. Let's see what we get now. A Pidgeot. Oh, okay. That's crazy. We just got a random Pidgeot. So now we're going to be running Scrafty, Machamp in the back, and then Staraptor in the middle. And look what we get, a fighter up front, and we are weak to fighting. What do you know? Oh, just a coincidence, folks. All right. Oh, we could have been with the Snorlax. Oh, you're weak to, anyways, it is in front of us right now. So we're up against the Muck, and we go for the Braper, which was a big mistake. I should have just went for the close combat. Would have done a lot of damage anyway, and we would have been able to get to 2 of them and not debuff ourselves and then let this go and go down. Lovely. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the Scrafty. We got 2 fighters. I'm well aware we're very weak to Charm. I'm not trying to make a balanced team at this point. This is clearly, I was just blown away that they allowed the Obstagoon to be in the lead that many times. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take advantage of this, and we're going to kind of just keep it going here. I did bank a set yesterday, so I did have 6 sets to complete today. And, well, let's just have a little fun bringing in that Poliwrath. Now, this is kind of a good indication to me that there's potentially something back there. Maybe it's probably weak to dark. It could be weak to fighting. If they're weak to fighting in the back, that's going to be spectacular because we have the Shadow Machamp swapping and we have barely any health. What's in the back? Oh, we got a Venusaur. Now, they've got no shields left. We've got one shield. Scrafty's got basically no health. I don't know. We're going to have to get to another Rock Slide. Can we do it on time before they get to their next Frenzy plan on that Venusaur? Let's see, Machamp. It's all up to you, buddy, old pal, old friend, and we do. Would a cross chop been enough? Not quite. Maybe the counters afterwards, but it doesn't matter. We go for the Rock Slide. Let's see what we're going to see next year. Scrafty, Nidoqueen, and I back out at that point, okay? Because it was a hard swap. So next battle, another Nidoqueen. Okay, yes. Going a little crazy. It's just all of a sudden the same Pokemon all just back to back to back to back. And when I swap to Swampert, it's a Giratina. Folks, there's nothing I can do to win over here. And it's not about winning the lead. It's just about finding a neutral, or just not every single freaking battle and set. Like, come on. At this point, I'm not even getting mad. It's like entertaining. So we go for the foul play. They're shielding 2 times, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in our Staraptor here to start doing some damage with that Gust. Shielding this up here. It's going to be a Poison Fang. Do believe we want a double shield, but they actually swap into their Wall Rain here. And this is not going to KO, unfortunately. So they're going to be able to win this matchup here. We're shieldless at this point, so it's not looking too great. We got the Machamp. That's not going to be doing anything to Nidoqueen. Very slow, but surely taking down its health. They bring back the Nidoqueen. Unfortunately, we're not able to get to the foul play. It's all up to Machamp at this point. Oh, we got a little bit of health left on this Scrafty, so we got a Power Punch ready to go. We got to keep that in mind. I don't think we have time to get to no foul play. We got like 1 HP on that thing, and they've got, what was that in the bag? Something weak to fighting? Yes, an Umbreon. Can we pull this one off? It's going to be very close. Let's see if we can try to. Let's go for another Cross Chop, and at this point I'm thinking, okay, I'm pretty sure they just went for a foul play, huh? We're going to farm them down. Barely. Oh, it's high. No. I needed to farm up with Scrafty to get to the foul play. I think, oh my gosh, they win with 1 HP. Good game. So we put Wall Rain in the front. Okay, you saw it, and I'm just going to go ahead and let it play out. Let's see what we're going to see in the lead. Oh my goodness, a Surf Edge. What do you know, folks? This is the freaking story of my life. Okay? So we swap it a champ. I shielded up, Night Slash, not very effective, go figure. Deoxys, and I just back out. I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. Let's move on to the next battle with the Regirock now. Okay, so we're met with this Scrafty. Wow, this is crazy, folks. This is very crazy. All right, so I don't even know, man. And if you're entertained with this, please give this video a thumbs up. Regirock, we finally did it, folks. We put the Machamp in the middle, we got the flyer. Let's go. We got it. We got it. All right, so they're going to be swapping into Cresselia. So we have the Talonflame, Staraptor. Got the Talonflame on my mind, ready to one-shot that sucker. So we got the Staraptor in here, so that's our only option at this point. So we build up energy on our Regirock after doing 1 Stone Edge to the Cresselia. Now it's all up to the Staraptor here. Now, if they go for Moonblast, it's over for us. So we shield it up, they hit us with a Moonblast, and it looks like I'm going to be going for close combats. That's the only way. You got to play this thing very carefully here. If I went for Brave Bird, who knows? They're bringing in a Wall Rain here, so this is great. They know exactly what they're doing. We're going to go for another close combat. They're just going to farm us down. Beautiful. They're not getting that much farm. Bringing in the Machamp here, and it's all lining up. This is what happens when you have a good lead. Do you see? They swap, we swap. It's over. I had the Stone Edge ready to go. We're going to go ahead and take out the Talonflame. Bingo, bango. Good night. Sleep tight. We're almost at another Stone Edge. They back out. We take the win. Good leads equal wins. All right. We win bad leads too, but I mean, goodness gracious. All right. So we got a Swampert. Okay. Well, all right. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Swapping into Talonflame here. And we can let this go. We just got to be careful that they might try to snipe us here. And yeah, there it is. A Dragonite. So we're going to go straight for the Brave Bird. Now, I'm sure they've already calculated what they want to do, and I'm already seeing it as well. But we're going to go ahead and take them out before they can even get off a charge move here. Let's see if they want to double shield. They're going to be bringing in that Swampert right away. Now, we just have to hope that there's something in the back that's not necessarily weak to Machamp, or maybe weak to it, just neutral matchup. We'll just see how it works out here. Now, I want to get their last shield, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the Stone Edge, and we actually do it. Swapping into our Machamp to preserve the Regirock, getting to the cross chop. They did over farm a little bit. I already knew they did, and at that point I already realized it was over, as they do have a well rate in the back. You already know. I let this go. It was a flex because I was just, again, I wasn't even upset today because I've been trying to calm myself. Like, I'm thinking to myself, look at what we're witnessing here. Why are you even getting upset? It's your job. Okay. We'll make content out of it. Talk about it like this, right? Flip it around. All right, so here we are up against a Melmetal. We're going to go straight for that superpower. And what do we got in the middle? We got that Machamp. Like I said, you can see something that you're good against or you're weak against. Get it? Okay. So they go for the superpower and the retreat into an Empoleon. I immediately swap into our Machamp and go for the cross chop, which will KO them. Beautiful. All right, so they're bringing in a Galvantula. I don't really mind seeing this at all because we do have the Regirock. Although this is gonna, it could get a little sticky, but not really. All right, so we're absolutely gonna be letting this go. Easy. Bringing in the Regirock here. We still have 2 shields, and we get to the Stone Edge right as they get to their charge move too. We will be shielding this up. That's an easy shield. Oh, absolutely. Going for that Stone Edge to take out that Galvantula. Down they go, immediately swapping into the Talonflame. This is gonna be crazy. Now watch this. I got a little bit brave here. So I let the Rock Slide go, and now these Thunder Shocks are really adding up. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I love you, Staraptor, but you cannot take a hit, man. But we take them out, winning that battle with about 2 HP on the Staraptor. Let's go. So it's a fun Pokemon to use. It's not really, it's changing it a little bit as opposed to having Wing Attack, but you're still in the same realm of you can't take a hit. And you're still, I mean, you can go with the return, which, if you think about it, what is it doing for you? Other than potentially baiting. I mean, if you're going up against something, I mean, it's kind of the same typing as flying in the regards of the resistances. Steel, rock. I mean, it's not, I mean, you got even the resistance of Ghost even, so it's kind of even hurting you. But the plus side is you are going to not debuff yourself, right? So we're going to go for the close combat here. And I can't tell you how many times Brave Bird has really saved me up against specifically Giratina. Okay, Cresselia. Having return up against Cresselia would be fine. As far as Giratina, with close combat, I mean, yeah, not going to be looking good. It's not like you could just sit there because you're a normal type. If it has Shadow Claw, it's going to Dragon Claw you and you're done. All right, it's like almost one Dragon Claw. Being sarcastic, but it almost feels that way. Anyways, taking out that Swampert, Machamp holding it down, Staraptor putting in that work, going for the cross chop. What was that? What did we see out there? A Snorlax, and they're going to be catching. I figured they were going to be doing that, but that's perfectly fine with that Cresselia. We're going to go ahead and swap into the Regirock. Now we got 2 shields. What we're going to do is double shield this Cresselia here, farm them down, and then we're going to focus blast the Snorlax. Although I think that's a bit of an overkill, we can go with the Stone Edge, but we're just going to go ahead and do that just to be safe, right? And Regirock yet again doing it for us. Now I don't run Zat Cannon. You can, over Focus Blast. I just prefer Focus Blast. I'm sure it can, do a lot of good things with that Zat Cannon. All right, so we're getting a 4-1 here with the Shadow Staraptor, folks. Let's go. Now, I'm not moving around in points. See, it brings me up, and then it takes me down, and it brings me up, and it keeps me at 50%. There's nothing I can do. I mean, I'm trying. I'm even trying to put teams together behind the scenes that are solid, not experiments, and it's just not ending well. All right, so we got the Machamp in the middle. We got the weakness in the front. Okay, sounds good. Regirock can handle this Charm user here, as they barely can get to a charge move, as we just continuously spam them with Stone Edge and this lock on here. All right, but that Charm is really digging in. They shield up once. We will obviously be shielding this up as well because we're in a good advantage here. Let's see what happens. If they want a double shield, that's okay. What we'll do is go in here with Staraptor, but they're going to be letting it go, and we actually lock on down. Let's get it. And they're bringing in an Excadrill. Unfortunately, they're farming us down. We're bringing in Machamp immediately here. We will be letting this go because it won't KO, but we do need to look out. Their Charm is out of here. a Dragonite, or a Charizard. So we bring in Staraptor. This is getting a little bit interesting here. I was thinking I should have farmed up a little bit more, and they realized I screwed up. But then I realized this is recoverable. So we bring in the Machamp, we snuck in the move, it's already down. It had 2 Dragon Claws, but it's not going to be able to get it off. And this is going to be going down by 1 Cross Chop, because Excadrill's just that squishy. Thank you, Machamp and team, and we're pulling it off yet again with that Shadow Staraptor. Let's go. Next battle, we're met with a Jellicent with the Machamp. I decided to put the fighter in the front, and look what we got. A Jellicent, what do you know? Isn't that something, folks, huh? Yeah. So we're going to be swapping into our Staraptor. They hit me with Ice Beam. I go for close combat, and I'm thinking, I'm not going to let you just leave with 2 shields, and I back out after that because I'm feeling petty at this point because of these hard counter leads. All right. Did we swap the lead? Trevenant, what are we going to see? A Muck. Folks, this is it. This is the story of my life. These are back to back. I can't catch a damn break. All right, so we swap into our Staraptor, and they're bringing in a Escavalier. They shield up that close combat, and I realize I screwed up. Oh, we're the flyer who cannot go up against a counter user that's not even getting stab at this. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, we debuffed ourselves by 2 stages and we're Shadow, but come on, we're a flyer. For crying out loud. Staraptor, man. I'm not giving up on you. You're still the Spice Sovereign. Let's go. So we're bringing in our Trevenant, and at this point, I'm like, I'm gonna quit. I'm not. This is okay. So I'm gonna stay. I'll put up a fight and see what we can do here, because I know that Shadow Ball actually does a decent amount up against Muck, and it is underestimated, and you can kind of sneak up on them. So they hit me with this Scold here, and I realize I need a shield. I really need my shield, and I need to take them out with this Machamp. All right, so what's going to happen is we're going to have to shield this up. We're looking at the clock like, come on. I'm lining the swap. Okay, and we're going to get this off. Bring in our Trevenant here. Go for the Shadow Ball. They've got no shields left, but at this point, they've got energy. So at least I've got a little bit of heart, I suppose. I'm really trying to put in the work here to see if I can take this win, even though it's the second I put a Trevenant in the lead, I see a freaking Alolan Muck. All right, so yeah, we tried, but I put the Trevenant in the front. Of course, we get the Muck. So what are we going to see for this one? We got the Trevenant in the front. Walrein. Okay, that's nothing out of the ordinary. You don't see Muck leads all the time. That was obviously just some bull. This is all orchestrated, you know, nonetheless, whatever. But it's more of a common lead that you were seeing. All right, so we're going to let that Icicle Spear go. All right, so we will be shielding this one up, though. I think. Never mind. Oh, we got the shield. Okay, never mind. So what the plan is, yeah, exactly. So get to this cross shot before they can get to the Icicle Spear here. Let's see what they got in the back. Oh, yeah. So they had a Giratina, and we were locked in up against the Registeel. I wasn't even trying to waste my time. So we got a good lead. Oh my goodness, we actually got a good lead. Interesting. And if you're like, well, what is the correlation with the Machamp and the Swampert? I'm not trying to mock my regular viewers. I'm talking about the devil advocate out here. Well, Rock Slide's not very effective to ground. You happy? Okay. So they swap into a Sylveon, and we bring in our Staraptor after getting off that charge move here. We will be shielding it up and farming them down. Staraptor has really high attack, so it can win CMPs. So, you know, take note of that, I suppose. So they're bringing in their Swampert. We're going to go for that close combat immediately here before they go for a Hydro Cannon, because we're not surviving any Hydro Cannon at this point, so it doesn't really matter. We can let it all go, or we can go for our charge move, but we're shielding up. Looks like we want to keep this thing going here. Felt like there was something in the back. Oh, it was a Regirock. Okay. So thank goodness we had our Machamp. They were probably laughing like, yeah, bring it on. Nah. So we bring in the Machamp here to close it out for us, and they go for a Stone Edge. So I'm thinking, I don't know, Zap Cannon. Maybe they're just one moved. Who knows? Next battle, what are we going to see with a Trevenant? Giratina. Okay, that's another pretty ordinary lead to see here. We've got the fighter in the middle, resisting the Ghost. Okay. Or Ghost resisting the fighting, you know what I mean. All right, so we're going to go ahead and build up to the Shadow Ball and go for the Seed Bomb here. See if we get a shield. Fantastic, we do. If I do recall this correctly, I do believe they double shield their Giratina here. We'll let this go. They go for a Dragon Claw. I kind of don't know why. There's less energy? I don't know. Anyway, so they're double shielding, and then they're going to actually throw their energy right before we go down, which made me pretty stinking happy because that's an extra charge move we're not going to be taking with our Staraptor here. Now watch what happens. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if they're intentionally doing this, but they go for not very effective on this. Sounds good. So we're farming them down. They got a wall range. Staraptor, time to put in some work, buddy. And this is going to do a lot. It's not going to KO, so we immediately swap, bring in Machamp to take them out, as much as I would love to keep going with that Staraptor. And they have a Cresselia in the back. Again, another one of those foul play kind of moments. Really kind of wish we had it. But that's okay. Rock Slide's always great on Machamp anyways here. So I'm going to go ahead and let that go. And then go for another Rock Slide. Definitely do not want to shield this up. I mean, we're locked in here. This is only... we're just doing as much damage as we can. And it pretty much took out the damn Cresselia. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's Machamp for you. Alright, so they're going to go for that Grass Knot. And we're actually farming them down. Let's get it. Next battle, what are we going to see? What are we leading with? I think we go Trevenant for the rest of the time. Another Swampert. Oh boy, let's go. It's finally coming around for us here. And if it's the back line, well, it's the flying resisting the ground. Okay. So they're letting that go. Great. Sounds good. At this point, they've definitely got a counter to this, and that's the only reason why it's Talonflame here. So they want to make the decision to shield this up and then kind of start building up that flame charge and put all of their, not all of it, but put a lot of their hope here on this Talonflame to start sweeping up, in which they're not wrong. It definitely could, and let's see how this does work out here. So it looks like they're going for another flame charge, obviously. They're going to stay here. They're going to keep going, and then we're going to just take more and more damage, being squishy already. The best bet for us is just farm them down. Exactly. So we go for a close combat. They got a wall rain. This is going to be great, as we're going to get the shield swap into our Machamp. Nope, they let it go. They don't have... They had a shield. Never mind. Okay. All right. Anyways, we're taking that win. Looking good. Next battle, we're met with another wall rain. Typical matchup here. Okay, sounds good. So we've got 2 weak to ice, but one of the... Well... It's not super effective to ice, but you're not going to see a pure ice type, right? It's going to be wall rain. That's pretty much it, right? Lola Ninetales. All right, anyways, going to go ahead and go for the Seed Bomb. Of course, you already know Trevenant's such a good Pokemon. This is going to be XL, by the way, and we will be letting this go so we can go in here and farm down with our Machamp. I hope I can. Come on, they swap, and they're going to be locking themselves in here with the Cresselia. So what we're going to do is, I think we shield this out, call the Moonblast. Very good. All right, getting to the Brave Bird, building up a little bit of extra energy here. I think that was just an overfarm, to be honest. Getting them out of here with that Brave Bird. They let it go. Beautiful. Bringing in their wall rain here. I think I shield this up. Yeah, I'm curious what's in the back, and it is going to be a Talonflame. Okay, so this is getting a little bit check this out. So we swap into our Machamp, and I actually get the Rock Slide. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Let's freaking go. Good leads. All right, 4-1. Let's go. If you did enjoy this video, folks, give it a thumbs up. Pretty incredible how those leads just turn out like that, huh? Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.